So let me talk about the core security capabilities of next generation firewall, which is intrusion prevention for all web and non-web applications. One of the most important capabilities as part of IPS is you get a complete real-time threat trending visibility of threats blocked, top rules hit, top blocked users, and the users with highest amount of threats associated. This insight and information is also leveraged for computing individual user risk as well. Not only that, Zscaler provides a granular framework to configure IPS rules where you could choose appropriate IPS category. We have about 17 plus intrusion prevention categories with approximately more than 20,000 signatures in the database as part of the intrusion prevention, and that is continuously growing. And that signatures are maintained by Zscaler's Threat Labs research team on a daily basis. So, one of the advantages of this engine is, as I mentioned earlier, when a particular threat is identified on a specific application or protocol with one customer, we immediately learn that, use AI, ML, and other automation in the backend to completely write a signature or automate the signature and put it into this engine so that all the other customers who did not see this traffic yet get a complete protection. So one of the advantages of having intrusion prevention signatures managed by Threat Labs team is you always have an up-to-date scalable intrusion prevention always on capability. And most importantly, it is consistent no matter whether the user is coming from on-prem from a branch office location or working from home. Just to give you a little bit more details in terms of the granularity offered by IPS policies, you could choose things like users, specific departments, groups they belong to, the location they're coming from, the time this needs to get applied on a specific applications or on a specific network services. Like I want a specific applications to be triggered or signatures to be triggered when it is only FTP, when it is only DNS, when it is RSTP, so on and so forth. You could choose all those granular criteria and you can have a completely granular policy based off of these criteria, and everything gets logged and you have a full visibility to have an insight into what happened when a particular user was accessing an application and a threat was identified. And all that information is available from a threat perspective in Threat Labs, threatlibrary.zscaler.com. It provides you with a complete insight of all the information about a given threat in a CVE style in terms of which engine detected it, what is the port and protocol, what is the CVE number associated with it, and all that information is available for any threat analysis and research. Other important advantage or benefit of having Zscaler's IPS capability is we do support custom IPS signatures. So with custom IPS signatures, oftentimes enterprises do have SOC teams or different threat teams who constantly work on identifying some signatures, and they want to run those signatures just for their own applications. Sometimes it could be on a private application, sometimes it could be on some standard SaaS applications. For compliance and regulatory reasons, they cannot share those signatures with everyone. So in those scenarios, we do enable a framework with snort style syntax where customers can simply copy paste their snort syntax. We validate those signatures and we will make sure we have them as part of a tenant running for your traffic, and we completely provide capability to prevent any sort of intrusions which are based on your own custom signatures. And the good news here is this is applicable for both web and non-web. So today, in the current form of the product, you need to deploy it on a specific private infrastructure. As we progress into our next major release, we will be making this available as part of customers doing their own copy paste of snort signatures. It is today available through our threat research ticket. You could raise a ticket and you can apply your custom signatures. Very soon, this capability will be available within the product where you could directly paste the signatures and take advantage of.